Hey everyone, so earlier I released a quick reaction to my viewing of the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, and I touched on this specific theory bouncing around in my head, just right as it quickly popped in my mind right when the credits rolled, and it was done right off the bat without detail or planning, and so here in this video I wanted to actually dive into it. I wanted to go into detail on it in a more proper way. So anyways, here we go. Oh, and yeah, if you end up enjoying this, please consider tossing a like or even subscribing. It helps tons, and this channel is also new and growing. It's still fairly new anyways, so let's see it continue to grow with a bunch of good Star Wars stuff going on in it. Anyways, on with the theory, that's why we're all here, so here we go. So at the end of The Mandalorian Season 2 finale, The Rescue, we see Luke Skywalker himself answer Grogu's call in the Force, even if it took some time for that answer to happen. Cut to the end of the episode, or near the end, and we have Din, Fennec, Cara Dune, Bo-Katan and her crew take over Gideon's cruiser for Grogu and the Darksaber. We see them eventually trapped on the bridge, with a platoon of dark troopers on the other side of the door that is the only way in and the only way out. In this moment, Luke Skywalker himself arrives, and he obliterates all of the dark troopers. He is masterful in doing so, both in terms of his force use and also with his green-bladed lightsaber. But at the end, the tail end of the episode, when the battle closes out, we finally see Din have to part with Grogu. We see him have to say goodbye. This is also Grogu can go and train as a Jedi with Luke. Time to dive into a bit of history. So we all know that once the Battle of Endor came to an end and the Rebel Alliance won, that the Empire began shattering into remnants and Luke Skywalker began doing the work to form a new Jedi Order, or rather a new generation of Jedi as it had been put in some of the new material. Anyways, eventually Luke does open up a Jedi training temple. It comes to be filled with students with mass force sensitivity, from younglings to teenagers to young adults. At least as far as we know, that's the age range. And one of these kids, one of these people, we know was his very own nephew, Ben Solo. Ben Solo was the only child and son of Leia Organa and Han Solo, conceived at the tail end of Endor in Celebration. And we also know that it wasn't long before Ben began preparing for a Jedi path under the teachings of his uncle. So this means that either right now or soon, Ben Solo is going to be studying regularly under Luke. And also right now, in The Mandalorian at least, Luke has taken Grogu to train. And this is where I theorize, you guys. Does this mean that both Grogu and Ben Solo end up at the new Jedi Temple together? Is Grogu there when Ben turns to the dark side and brings the hut down on his uncle? When Ben marches to the temple and kills the other students? If so, what happens? We all knew Grogu saw Order 66 occur. He was there for it. I mean, he's over 50 years old now, so he's seen such tragedies before. He's seen such terminations on the light by the darkness. Perhaps Grogu is skilled enough by this point to get away, to flee, to hide, to never be seen again. We know he doesn't fight back and win because Ben escapes. Or perhaps he even falls to Ben Solo. As much as I hate to say it, I love the little guy, but we don't know. But what we do know is that Ben becomes quite powerful, especially when he latches onto that darkness. Keep in mind that this is all even if Grogu makes it to train at that temple and doesn't end up doing his own thing again or falling in line with another master that Luke has found since the Battle of Endor. So there's a lot of speculation, but just think on it. It all lines up time-wise. And yeah, Ben is turning on the Jedi and is still just a few years down the road from taking that path, but it can take years to train a Jedi, especially once just Grogu, who has so much to relearn. So there is a good chance that they're going to line up and being there at the same time. There's a good chance that he will be present. Still, let me know what you guys think. I would love to know. If you have any theories or thoughts on this, still let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them. This opens up a lot of potential doors we can peek into and play around with. Anyways, thank you for sticking around to the end. I hope you enjoyed the finale of The Mandalorian, Season 2, as much as I did. And until the next time, may the Force be with you and stay safe, everyone. I will catch you on the next one.